What's going on, everyone? Hope you're having an incredible day. Today I want to talk about how to prevent a tinnitus relapse, how we can do as much as we can to prevent a tinnitus relapse. I'll say that. We can't prevent everything, but we can do our best to try and keep us into a place of habituation. So we're going to talk about that today. I do want to encourage you, if you have tinnitus and you are bothered by it, to hit the link in my description. I put together a 1-hour presentation where I break down my story and how I applied a very simple strategy that I've outlined that really got me to a place where I'm no longer bothered by my tinnitus and I feel like I'm objectively cured. And I outlined what that looks like and how you can do this from the comfort of your own home. I put together support and really just everything you need to get you to a place where you're no longer bothered by your tinnitus. I need to stress, we're not trying to control the sound. We're not trying to stop the sound. We're working on ourselves, our thoughts, our emotions, because with tinnitus, that's the only thing that we can control. With that being said, let's dive into today's video about preventing a relapse. So I want to talk specifically about my situation. What caused my relapse was an ear infection. And when I got out of this, I was more aware of what caused my ear infection. I have allergies really bad. I live in a very allergy-prone part of the world, and I allowed my eustachian tube to be blocked. So what I do now is I notice if there's inflammation in my body, especially when I have a cold or I'm dealing with things like that, and I make sure to get the inflammation down in my body as quickly as possible, because the inflammation leads to my eustachian tubes not being able to be open, and so the fluid builds up in there, and then that's how I get ear infections. And so what I would do is I do simple maneuvers where I pull the earlobes down and then I yawn like this, and I notice my ears opening up. And what that opening up, like that purring of the eardrums, is air getting inside the eustachian tubes because they're able to flow freely, and there's no inflammation that's blocking them. So for me, that's a preventative measure that I use every day to just make sure I am making sure that my eustachian tubes are open, right? That I don't have any blockage. So I do facial massages. I make sure to drink a lot of warm liquid. If I'm having bad allergies, I stay away from dairy, so I'm not going to consume as much Greek yogurt. I love Greek yogurt. Drinking a lot of water to make sure that, all the fluids are draining out. I'm doing hot yoga because that really helps to drain you. Getting a lot of exercise helps to keep everything drained. And staying away from things that cause inflammation. So alcohol, no sugar, because they cause inflammation. Eating a whole diet that's based in fruits and vegetables actually really, really helps to clean out our inflammation as well. So for me specifically, that's how I have been navigating tinnitus relapses. So that's if you have ear infection. That's how to prevent an ear infection. The other way, if an acoustic trauma, okay, I would encourage everyone to go watch the video about ear protection, because that needs to be protecting your ears. Needs to be very. You should be practicing that. You should be having earplugs everywhere, right? So have earplugs on your keychain. You can buy keychain earplugs on Amazon for $10. Have them in your car. Have them when you go out of town. Have the option to have hearing protection, because if you are in a loud, noisy environment, I went to a wedding and the decibel was just blasting for hours. Guess what? I put ear protection. I put hearing protection in. I was able to have a great time at the wedding. No harm, no foul. So you want to make sure that you have that, because if you can prevent an acoustic trauma in the future and you can prevent ear infections, then you're doing the things to keep yourself habituated by guarding your thoughts and making sure that you're living life and you're not monitoring your tinnitus, then that really takes away the majority of things that would cause a relapse. So if you do, and I want to talk about this, say if you do have a relapse, if you do feel like, oh my gosh, I've fallen out of habituation, oh no, I have to start all over. Well, realize that you can habituate again and again and again. If you've done it once, you can do it multiple times. You can habituate again, okay? So it's not the end of the world. I've had to habituate multiple times. You can do it, okay? So just realize it can be done. And repeat the steps, repeat the protocol. Go back to, okay, your mind. Go back to, your practice. Go back to the things that got you to a really good place, and rework the problem. Rework it again. This is not the end of the world. I'm not going to be suffering forever. Hit the link in the description, hit my webinar, get information, get mentorship, get people in your court that can help lift you up. You don't have to do this alone. You don't have to be in this by yourself. You don't have to suffer. Okay, there are things that can be done. So this is just off the top of the head, off the top of my head, things that I practice every day to keep myself from relapsing. And if I do relapse, well, it's not the end of the world. We're gonna go on, and we're gonna be fine. So encourage yourself, be there for yourself, uplift yourself. Don't talk to yourself so negatively. A lot of people with tinnitus, they're, oh, I should. If you only wouldn't have done this, they start screaming at themselves. How's that going to help you? It's not. It's going to make you feel worse. Don't talk to yourself like that. Encourage yourself, uplift yourself. I'm going to stop the video here. If you found this informative, I encourage you, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. This does help the algorithm. This helps to get this information in front of people. There's not a lot of hopeful tinnitus information, and we need this information in front of as many people who are suffering with tinnitus as possible, because this changes lives. Comment below. I read all the comments, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Until next time, peace.